So tonight, let's first touch on the Lagos politics, which has been interesting over. It's almost every day, one update and one controversy or the other. Tonight, it's about the People's Democratic Party and the governorship candidate of the PDP in the 2023 governorship election. Mr. Baba Olajide Adediran is popularly known as Jandor. Yesterday quit the People's Democratic Party, and he gave a lot of reasons, including betrayal, issues of indiscipline, anti-party activities, and a lot of issues that he raised at our press conference. He's live for us here, and let's hear from the horse's mouth. I'm being joined by Jandor Olajide Adediran. Thank you so much indeed, Mr. Jandor, for joining us on the program. So you left the PDP?
Absolutely.
It's less than 2 years since you joined the party.
It's not about how far.
So you were tired?
Well, I think that reactions that I've been getting has been that of awareness, right? And more of that was long overdue. Leaving, the party is actually long overdue. And nobody has said, oh, you shouldn't have left. Because the state of PDP, especially in Lagos State, of course, it's visible to the blind. Yes, we got into the party in 2022. We brought so much energy into the party. Of course, I'm not just saying it. It's obvious it's there. And we ran a good race. We had the PDP members at the grassroots who are very loyal to the party. But the problem has always been leadership, and we saw it firsthand. Of course, you know it's not something that is hidden. You know, when you say BOT is a conscience of any organization, right? And a lifetime BOT of a party had to come out and say, don't vote for my party, both at the state level and at the national level.
Okay, in Lagos.
That's fine. In Lagos.
A member of the BOT.
Don't do like you don't
No,
know.
no. I mean, there are a lot.
It's somebody that's very vocal.
So I'd like to clarify this, and this is also for a lot of our viewers who are
that wasn't even the
a
issue.
lot of the times, right? When I ask questions, it's not about me. I'm asking questions for the sake of the viewers.
Absolutely.
So when you say that a member of your party in Lagos, who is this person?
See. This is Jandor, right? I had a press conference yesterday. I mentioned names.
Are you able to mention those names?
Of course. You see, if I mention the name...
So a member of your party campaigned against you?
If I mention the name, not against me, against the party. I was just a flag bearer of the party. The party was on the ballot. The logo of PDP was the one on the ballot. Not even my name, not even my face. The party, the logo was on the ballot. So whatever that person did wasn't against me.
Who is this person?
And he did against the party. Chief Olabode George, you know it. It's not like we're not just coming here
I mean, are you angry with Chief Olabode George because he never wanted you to be the candidate in the first place?
No. You see,
you remember the controversy about emerging?
When you go into primary, right, you have several aspirants. And everybody, just like with the talker, gets their own person now, right? So that's not an issue. So at the process of fighting for tickets, you have several people saying, I'm standing with this, I'm standing with that, within the party. But the moment one person clinches the ticket, then everybody must rally around that person as the flag bearer of the party. So I really do not have any issues whatsoever, whether or not somebody supported me during the primary or not. Oh, no, that's on the table. And secondly, I wasn't even surprised. Because I won't be the first governorship candidate that will be victim of such in PDP, especially with the same person. So this conversation, I know you brought me here not to mourn the past or not to talk about this thing. I know why you brought me here, and we'll speak to it. But everything I said in that press conference yesterday was exactly what happened. So Chief Olabode George did whatever he did. Some other leaders did whatever they did. For us, that wasn't even an issue. But we're waiting to see if the party at the national level, governed by the constitution of the party, would look into the provisions of that constitution and say, okay, for doing anti-party openly, this wasn't an allegation. Oh, this is the sanction So we waited patiently for 2 years to see whether or not that would happen. Instead of that, the same person was appointed vice chairman, disciplinary committee from the national. Okay? Even the person had the audacity to come on national TV to be fighting that no, he cannot work under Ikimi because Ikimi is junior to him. So he actually wanted chairman of disciplinary committee. That's a joke. So when we speak to, you see, Lagosians will ask, what is going on, right? With everything that played out. So you can't, but we have to wait for that long to see whether or not the party will be needful.
Did you activate internal party mechanisms on this kind of matter?
Yes, we wrote this, the party at the national level. See, the party is owned by Wadata Plaza, right? That is where you have the NWC and NEC. Those are the owners of the party. All the component states, they are answerable to them. So we wrote the national complaint. Some went to court on this matter. So we waited to see what is going to happen. And the moment we realized that, oh, the same man was the person you picked as chairman disciplinary committee, you don't need a soothsayer to tell you what is coming. I don't know if you understand. So at that point, what is best for you is to do what? Is to reconsider your stand. See, Sheung, this was my very first time, jumping into this trade, right? I took my time to learn this whole rope, and we built structure from ground zero to what it is today, right? Where I was coming from, there is what is called party supremacy. Irrespective of who you are, irrespective of what you are, the moment the party has said this is it, everybody must fall in line.
You were from the Bola Tinubu School of Politics.
Yes, I'm from APC.
And Bola Tinubu School of Politics.
That is APC.
Yeah.
Nobody has ever contested that. I was from APC. My former guy accused me, said I didn't wait to go to their leadership school, blah, 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 something like that. But I understood that structure for us to be able to do what we did. You understand?
And you didn't find it in the PDP. Did you find that kind of structure?
No. Let me say this to you. If we hadn't left APC at that time, there would have been a platform for me to express my can-do ability alongside my our other followers. I don't know if you understand. But now we've been able to tell the whole world what we can do. And the stuff that we're made of. So that platform gave us that. And I'm grateful to majority of party loyalists of PDP who stood by us. We went around the entire state to do this together, right? I know them. They're very loyal. They want the party to win. Unfortunately, when you have a leadership problem, then there is a problem.
Have you been able to, you were shocked, you were unhappy with some of the actions of Chief Olabode George. Were you able to speak with him face to face about this matter? Did you take this up with him? He's the father of your party, he's the leader of your party in Lagos State at the national level. Were you able to engage him?
Let me tell you this. I think they had about 3 or 4 tendencies before I got into PDP in Lagos. We have the Ogukelu tendency, we have the Jiduati, we have Olabode George himself, we had, I think, the Dosumu and co, right? About 4 of them. So when we got into the party, I ensured that the entire tendencies, right? I went around the entire tendencies. Deliberately, because we know that this is the man that will score to everything at the end of the day. So we went straight into his house, where he had just 15% of what can turn you to candidates. So from that same house, he raised another aspirant to contest that 15% so that we don't go nowhere. But that wasn't the issue. See, I learned this politics from APC. I got the ticket, by the way, anyways. And that shows the difference between, us. But that wasn't an issue. So we went into that election, came back to him, took some people, see, you've heard the story of the leopard, right? It's just, it will continue to be like that. So for me, it wasn't an issue. The issue where I now had the issue is the party at the national level to do the needful. Rather, this is what the party is doing.
So you felt betrayed by the party at the national level?
Not betrayed, disappointed.
Because betrayal was part of the composition
that was within
the party.
In Lagos.
Were there people who worked against your success aside what you alleged against Chief Olabode George within the APC, PDP in Lagos State?
Let me tell you what happened eve of election. The state party chairman of PDP in Lagos issued a release speaking to a false alliance that never happened and said we have withdrawn from the race eve of election.
And it was not a fake news?
Of course it was a fake news. Because that never happened. To say we have withdrawn from the race.
No, I'm saying that, in the eve of election, I see a whole lot. There are fake news that are being generated on behalf of people.
If there's a breaking news to say, somebody is stepping down, somebody is withdrawing from the race, of course, a platform like Channels TV will probably be the first to carry it, right? But these were all ground planned for us not to do what? Not to go anywhere. And it has always been like that. It is not about me. They did the same to Obani Koro, to Jimmy Agbaje twice, to Funshaw Williams. It's not just about Jandor. I said it. What they did wasn't just because it was Jandor. It has been their stock in trade.
For what purpose? Why would you say that? Because these are grave allegations that you're making against those who have built that party. To what end would that mean that you build a party and then you want to intentionally bring down the party? Because that's what you're describing.
So maybe you would ask, and you've been asking, and I think you saw this yourself. This person stood before camera, before the entire news media, and said, don't vote for my party. A BOT chairman. He said that, both for national and the states. So if you want to ask him, why would that even happen? What reason? You are a BOT, according to him, live BOT member of a party. So, you see, when you don't just grow old to not have integrity or not have been disciplined or not, it has a lot to do with your background and growing up. So, just like Yoruba people will say it.
So, did you think you were going to win that election?
Listen, nobody get into a race thinking that he wasn't going to win. What we pull in Lagos 2023, if anybody has asked you, don't forget, before general election, it was 2-horse race between me and Governor Sanwo-Olu. We had debate that Governor Sanwo-Olu had to do a press release to say, you know what, I'm not coming for that debate because of the candidate of PDP, under whatever guise, right? Okay, so we worked around, I don't need to say this. The Jandor brand is not just a brand that is restricted to Lagos. What we did went everywhere because for the very first time, we were able to express our can-do ability. To say, yeah, we can do it. We can.
But it does then land because you had the wave behind you and you were sailing quite popularly in Lagos, but there was a third leg in the race.
Absolutely.
And the Labour, your very brother, that could have picked the ticket of the PDP in your stead, and this valuable Rose Viver, who came second in the race, and those who said, even Jandor could not even pick come second.
So
you came a distance.
You spoke about wave. 2023 election came with its own dynamics. And just like I said, it was 2-horse race until presidential election. So if you look at what happened with the presidential election, Peter Obi came first, Asiwaju came second, Atiku came third. I don't know if you understand. So with that, there is this belief, because the moment that happened, there is this belief that, if we do this, we can get this state off XYZ. So we were victims. That's what I said to each time I addressed my people, I said to them, I said, look, we did everything, but that wave came and swallowed the whole thing. Nobody saw that coming.
So if not for Peter Obi's influence at the presidential election?
I'm not speaking. See,
no, I'm asking.
This interview is
you're a politician.
Yes,
just remember,
yes.
you're a politician, and I know with the benefit of hindsight, you probably would have analyzed and say, "Oh,
yeah,
I could have won the election, or worst case scenario, come second." But the presidential election came. The Peter Obi effect came. No one would ever thought that Bola Tinubu would have lost in his home state.
Absolutely.
Against Peter Obi from Anambra State.
Okay.
And Bola Tinubu's tendency had governed or ruled Lagos for so long. And if that happened as a politician, you probably would have done the analysis. And my question to you is, if not for the Peter Obi factor, which came in the presidential election,
probably would have won the election
at the governorship level.
Of course, you have answered it. You probably would have not won the election.
We will have defeated Babajide.
Absolutely, you have answered it. You've answered the question.
But was it going
to
be easy for you to be able to defeat the APC, the house you left?
No, see.
And it's Sanwo-Olu coming for second term.
See, Sheung, just like I said, before February 25th general election, right, we were on the streets of Lagos every day, everywhere, and the ruling party with nowhere to be found, right? We had several debates. It didn't show up, and he did say the reason he wasn't able to show up, that look, it was because of this guy. I don't want to share stage with him, right? So, just like I said, but 2023 election came with this tsunami that nobody ever expected. And it was there for everybody to see. So I'm not blaming, I just felt it wasn't God's time yet. And that's the fact. And it doesn't rob us of the fact that we did very well.
In terms of ideas, you think you have better ideas to run Lagos, right?
Sheung, since 2008, I've been running my personal business. I've been an employer of labor, right? You know, turning around resources, not only to stay afloat, but to keep on building the empire that I've got today. We're talking about running economy. It's not just about, if you don't understand, if you haven't done it at your own level to turn around the resources, you don't even know how to govern. You don't even know how to do some things. When we talk about governance, this is a rock science. No, it's not rocket science.
So the way things are running in Lagos, you perhaps, if there's one thing that you think that you could have done better, what would that be?
Look, see, after the January 12th Supreme Court judgment, I said to my team, even the release that we did, we said, you know what, we're ceasing fire. I'm not going to sit here and be criticizing. I did that for 6 years. In fact, I played opposition within APC before we moved to PDP. And I said to my team, you know what? Allow the governor to run his office. I'm not going to sit here and start criticizing. This is what, during the electionary campaign, we picked so many holes in whatever it is that he was doing at that time. But hey, election is gone. Let him run his office. Let's see whatever he's going to give us in the next 4 years. So, and I pulled back. If you notice, you won't see me on national TV speaking to whatever it is, not because I don't know what to say. But again, who goes around and to boast that is a member of PDP, by the way, with what is happening at the national level and at the state level? The opposites are bad. So where some of us decided to, you know, bury, to say, you know what, let us retreat a bit.
So you think the PDP is in a bad state right now?
You don't need a soothsayer to say it, to tell you. The opposites are bad.
You don't want to belong to build it, because that's perhaps the biggest opposition party in Nigeria today.
After election, this is 2 years. This is March 2025. My election was March 2023. 2 years after that time.
So you gave up on the party?
Even the party has given up on itself.
But the party gave you a ticket.
I appreciate that.
And you give it a second chance. Is it possible?
See, when you speak about political party, it's people that congregate and form a party, right? It's not the other way around. If you still have this same toxic and what have you within that circle, you still get the same problem. I don't know if you understand. Just like I said yesterday, those that are holding the aces of the party today are those that worked against the party So where do we start from? And we are going into another electioneering process. This is 2025. You start having congresses and the rest. 2026, there will be primary election. So, and you still have the same set of people, you know, at the aims of affairs of that political party, and you expect to see something else. No, it won't happen.
Where are you headed now? What party are you?
I know that was why you brought me here.
One of the reasons.
And the truth of the matter is that I don't know myself.
You going back home?
We have 18 political parties in Nigeria. 18. So there are other 17 options. But we can't just say this is where we're going. We will consult and see what there are. Even other ones are coming. There are coalitions coming. People coming together to form a coalition to say, okay, let's see if we can have something. So I actually don't know where I'm going. But we're on it. The first thing is, can we clear this so that we can see fronts? That is what we did yesterday.
So is APC an option for you?
APC is one of the 17 that is left.
Is it an option for you? Is it possible you go back home? APC, because that's your home, isn't it?
Listen, APC is one of the 17 that is left. Coalition is coming.
In Lagos?
SDP is there. The coalition is coming in Nigeria. So if you have a political party in Nigeria, it will trickle down to other states. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are other political parties that are there.
But is Labour Party an option for you?
Labour Party is also an option. It's part of the 17. It's part of the 17. See, wherever, let me tell you, before we went to PDP, right, in 2022, we had this conversation within our own circle. Where do we go to? Should we go to PDP? Should we go to APC? Or, I mean, should we go to Labour or wherever? We discussed it, and some people said, no, we can't go to PDP. Because, oh, that man will not even allow us to get tickets. We can't go to PDP because, oh, this is what they do. We can't go to, and by the time we got into PDP, they've had all their congresses done, structures in their hands. We had nothing. But that didn't stop us from winning the tickets. I don't know if you understand. So wherever we find ourselves, irrespective of who is there and who is not there, we will still submit and subject ourselves to, you know, the rule of the game. So, and we can get it just like we got it.
So if your plan now is to run for governor again in 2027?
We have chosen this path. We are not deviating. It's only God that can determine who will be.
You have your eyes on becoming the governor of Lagos State?
Absolutely. We have chosen this path. We are not deviating. It's only God that can determine who and when. So this is the path that we have chosen.
Yeah. Are you possibly, have you met President Bola Tinubu since you left APC, right?
No.
Or is one of your leaders in politically speaking?
He's the Nigerian leader today.
Well, he was your leader in...
Of course, I was in APC, yes. He was the leader when I was in APC, of course. Still remained the leader in APC as well.
The Fasholas of this world, you are leaders in... Have you met with them? Have you consulted with them?
No, we're not in the same party, so I don't have to consult with them.
Okay, just before we go, it is clear how things are going, and I imagine what you're thinking about the Lagos Assembly politics. Let me ask you, what comes to your mind when you see all what played out over the last few weeks in the Lagos State Assembly?
What comes to my mind? You want me to be honest? Okay. I know there are 34 members.
Seats.
6 members. Who actually threw their weight behind the lady speaker. And we have few on the other side with Obasa. I'm not going to speak to whether it is A or B, but what I'm going to say, and the same thing I said to someone, I said, look, this 34 or 36 and the 40 and the speaker and the lady and everybody understands the house they belong to. Don't you understand? If you understand that this is the nature of a house we belong to, then you have to tread softly in choosing what camp to belong to. Because if you don't do that, what will happen to you at the end of the day is that you look foolish.
Did you look foolish in the end?
Well, I haven't said that. But hey.
It does look like someone has had his way. No matter what the members decided.
What I said is, if you belong to a house, you should understand. I want to believe those in the House of Assembly should have more experience to understand the nature of their home. Let me say this to you. I left PDP. You know why? Because I know with power given back to somebody that stopped us, or semblance of that, even at the national level, you know you are going nowhere, right? And what then do you need to do? Leave. So you have to take your time to study, especially when you know where you are, where you belong to.
Lagos City is a delicate politics to play. And you say you've learned a lot of that. With the benefit of hindsight, did you regret anything?
No.
Is there something that you probably would have done that you did not do?
No. As a matter of fact, after that election, I addressed my guys. I said, you know what? You've done something no politician, dead or alive, has ever done in the history of Lagos politics. And I'm proud of all of you. And that's the fact.
If you were to do it again?
We will do it again. Because you know what? We came out courageous. We came out, to say, look, we are qualified, we can do it, not minding whose source is God.
You also said at the time that you were tired of Baba Sokwe politics, you were tired of godfatherism. Those are the things. Are you still tired, or you are going back to what you said you were tired of?
So, we left APC because we know that the selection process, as at 2019, where we have an incumbent governor, is not likely to favor us. I don't know if you understand. We came to PDP, where there is also a Baba Sokwe. Right. And we were there. But we saw without Baba Sokwe, because it was a free-for-all, we were able to do what? To get the tickets. I don't know if you understand. So what I'm saying to you is that we have chosen this path. We will consult widely. Wherever we find ourselves tomorrow, just like I said, even if it is coalition or Labour or SDP or what have you, there are still rules of the game. And we will subject ourselves to these rules. If we get it, we'll be on the ballot. If we get it again, we'll be on the ballot. So
you are very certain about the structure you have built, the Jandor structure?
The Lagos for Lagos structure.
It's still there?
Absolutely. You saw the press coverage. This one was just for us to bring few people from the local government because of the space of our campaign office. And even with that space, we had an overflow outside. The structures are there. Organically. They are organic and they're there.
All right.
And you know that.
Jandor, Olajide, I wish you the very best. Either you return back home or you go to your obedient brothers and sisters or the coalition or SDP. I wish you the very best in the coming days. Thank you so much. Olajide Adiduran was the PDP governorship candidate in Lagos in 2023. Thanks so much indeed.